So this front bit is looking a bit naked. So let's do something about that. There we have a splitter. So splits on there. What we have got, you can't see from this angle, is this end bit is slightly distorted. So this bit here, see a bit more there, should be sat in there. So if I push that straight, you see how much moves. Now, that's damage could be caused by a million things, not worried about it. What we need to do is fix that so it sits nice and straight. So this is how to do it. So what we've got is distorted plastic and a fan. Now, what we need to do to straighten this plastic is warm it gently, not with a blowtorch or anything because you'll damage it. So all you want to do is warm all this edge to the point it's probably a bit too hot to touch. Now at that point, all the molecules and everything and all the sort of structure of the plastic becomes malleable again, which means we can put it into a different shape. So once it's up there to temperature, all we then want to do is push this back and hold it in place and then let it dry, let it go cold again. And once it's gone cold, it will then stay in that position. So all we do, this is just a normal garage fan. So that's just on a gentle heat, focusing on the area we want, which is that corner. And we'll just leave that for 15-20 minutes and hopefully it should be nice and warm. Right, so the fan's been on there about 15-20 minutes now. So if we move that out of the way, you can feel already pretty warm, but you notice how easy it is to move. So all we want to do now is wedge that just at the point past where you want it, really. Right, so that's just slightly in from straight where you want it. So all we can do now is just leave that, go and have some dinner, let all that cool back down, and again all the particles that are inside that plastic will cool down and hold themselves in the position they're in. So let's come back later and see how that's come on. Right, so we had some dinner, we come back, it's been sat about 2-3 hours now. So what we'll do, just plop it off and hopefully it stays where it should do. Haha. There we go. Simple trick. That's quite tough to bend now. So there you go. That is how you repair distorted splitters or bumpers. You can't see that in the slightest, but there we go. So again, that was just heating up with the fan, not to the point of mounting it, just to the point that all the particles inside become malleable. You then reposition it where you want it, as we did, just past the point of where we actually needed it. Let it cool down, and hey presto, fixed. There we go, see that's slightly better now. So there we go, that's straightened up nice. Much better than it was. So that's sitting nice and straight, which will match. The other side you can't see. Where's the flash? There we go. Yeah, nice and straight on that side. So that's good. Right, so this is on the front part of the section. As you can see, there's a dip, 2 dips. One about there and a bit further down. So what we're going to do, same trick, put the fan on it till it gets nice and warm, and then we'll just wedge it out with a bit of wood, touching the floor. Do that on the lot of those 2 bits, and that'll be that, as straight as it's going to get. So, fan's been on again, same sort of time. So we turn that off, shift that out of the way, and again, it's a lot softer. All I want to do is hold that, sort of the point it straight again. Bit more there. There. and then just leave that to cool. And all that's just a bit of wood wedged on the floor, and then I'll heat up the other end and do the same on the other end. So same detail on this one. It's warmed up nice enough to get a bit of warmth under there, and then what we're going to do is just balance that. Probably a bit too much, that one is. There we go. Just balance that, just proud of where we want it, and again we'll leave that to cool down, and that should be nice and straight, happy. So here we are, we've left these a while, so I'll just plop that out. There's not a lot of tension on it now, so you can see it's already moved itself. So that has done the trick. Yeah, still a tiny bit, but that is a hell of a lot better than it was. So that is how you fix and repair distorted splitters or plastic mouldings. So that is the chin spoiler or splitter, all fully bolted on. And now I've bolted that on, what I have done, you see the all down the insides in there. That is all just your spray on under seal wax oil, because the valance is this metal part, and the chin, that's a chin spoiler or splitter, whatever you want to call it. That is prone for rotting out and harbouring water and moisture and dirt purely because where it is in the car, and because it's a thin metal, so it hasn't got a rolled. The end of the metal isn't rolled, so it's very thin. So unlike your normal sort of your panel where it's a rolled edge, you've got quite a thick area for paint and protection to stick on. On a panel which hasn't got a rolled edge, it hasn't got a lot of room for paint to stick on, so it's quite easy to chip and start rusting out through there. So all I've done, all on the inside of that is wax oiled, all of the nuts and bolts, and the same on the underside and the edge, just so get as much protection on that as we can. So that's that on. It's looking much better. Just need to give it a clean, and hopefully get on with the lower grille which sits across this gap here. There we have the lower grille fitted, and that's just a little grille that fits below the bumper and fills that gap up. So it's now looking more like a car, just missing a bumper. So we'll get one of those as soon as we can. So chin spoiler's looking good. Started cleaning up the edge of this. Got to clean the rest of it. These bits are wet inside there, so I had to clean them out. Where I was spraying the sealant underneath, it came through the hole and onto there, so I've just cleaned those. But there we go. So chin spoiler on, grill on, and a how-to straighten your old plastics. So look forward to the next video. Cheers.